This banana bread is gluten-free, and because we're using almond meal, it's also high in protein. Not to mention the fact it's organic honey, that means it's natural sugar. And the chia seeds, well, they're just gonna add extra fibre. So today what we have, we've got the bananas themselves, the walnuts, the chia seeds, the cinnamon along with some allspice, the honey, almond meal, and we've also separated 3 eggs. So here we've got the yolk and the whites. I'm just putting the finishing touches on mashing the banana, and all I'm doing to that is essentially using the back of a fork. So now what I'm going to do is combine all my ingredients into my yolks. So we've got my honey, we've got the combination of the cinnamon and allspice. Gives a really good depth of flavour with that. So I'm just going to kind of combine that together. Not too much, because at the end of the day I'm going to whisk it again. The next step, and it's pretty important, is whisking the egg whites. This is what's going to get you your aeration. You want to beat the egg whites to a soft peak. Perfect. As you can see like that, it just folds over the top. You don't want to go too hard, otherwise you will lose air and it'll just fall once in the oven. So now what we're going to do is combine our honey and spices straight into that banana. Just going to combine that. Now, it's really important when you do this next step to do it in thirds, because if you add too much, it will just essentially split or, cause the air to be lost. And I'm going to carefully fold that through. If I was to mix it heavily, I'd push out all the air, but you want to make sure you get a nice rise. And once that's combined, I'll add in another third and I'll repeat until it's all combined. Okay, so that's almost combined. Just going to get our last few lumps. So now add the chia seeds to the almond meal, again a dry to a dry. Just get a little mix through. And all I'm going to do now is, again, in a similar fashion, I'm going to fold that through in thirds. It'll start to stiffen up. And as you can see, it's starting to combine. Almond meal is a really good substitute for flour. You can also use hazelnut meal. There's also quinoa flour, buckwheat flour is also good for you. But there's a lot of things out there now that you can substitute for your gluten-based products. Because at the end of the day, when you are digesting gluten, it's not the best thing for you. So just gonna add our mix now to our pan. I've just lightly greased it and then added the baking paper on top. The quicker you do this step, the less air you will lose and the more your bread will rise. Okay, just to get that extra bit of protein and the crunch, you have to have a bit of texture when it comes to your food, I'm just gonna bury some walnuts. And then you can go back with the fork and just simply push them down. And then what else I've done is I've simply got a banana and I've sliced it in half. Just slightly push that down. And that is our banana bread ready to go. So I'm going to put that in the oven and that's going to be in there for about 30-35 minutes at about 180 degrees.